Hey guys. Oh, yeah. Oh, fuck, man. Anyhow, let's see. I'm trying to find a good camera angle here. Whatever. Oh, wait, maybe. Anyhow. I'm just drinking some coffee and, watching YouTube. Let's see if that works. Will that do it? I don't think so. Wait. Oh shit, yeah. Okay. Anyhow. Well, I got some time off. And I do enjoy me some video content creation time. So I've been doing some videos because I have a little bit of time off. I have a lot of stuff that I have to do. And so anyways, now I got people fucking walking around. Dude, this is so hilarious. Like, this fucking bitch is just staring at me and shit. It's like, what the fuck? I watched Gypsy Fox and he has that happen to him too and shit. He's like, dude. Anyways, I'm just like doing this video and then I hear this noise and I look over. And this crazy fucking sea hag is walking, like waddling. And she's got these dark glasses on and she's just staring at me with this fucking, with the Karen glare, with the really stern Karen glare, I mean, and this is the problem, you guys, but whatever. And these Karens are the ones that are always crying that EBT recipients are abusing the system and should have their food stamps cut off. But whatever, I don't care. I don't care because her fucking tax dollars continue to get stolen by Israel and Ukraine, and she complains all day about it. She loves it, She loves it. Which segues into, what this video is I wanted to talk about is the question. Here's the question, you guys. Is America at large just getting what it deserves? I mean, we can go down the list of every typical taxpayer American grievance. And then we can ask the question, well, do all these people just deserve what they get? Remember the movie Joker when the Joker says you get what you fucking deserve? Like, seriously, if you were to just, in your mind, take a snapshot of all of these endless fucking crybaby grievances that we hear all the time. It's like nonstop. Crybabying about any and everything. Tax dollars, EBT recipients, and, let's go back to the question. Why would anyone assume that people aren't just getting exactly what they deserve? Why would anyone assume that all these people, they're just innocent victims of the evil Jew theft, the evil Jewry theft of our tax dollars? Like, why would anyone assume that the American population at large doesn't deserve all these grievances that they claim that they are experiencing throughout the day? Oh my gosh, any and everything. You got suppressed Epstein files. Nobody even talks about the P. Diddy anymore. Israel stealing US dollars, Ukraine stealing US dollars the evil Trump is doing this and doing that, and all, and just the endless list. That's why I said just take in your mind, try to just take a quick snapshot of all the fucking grievances that people are endlessly fucking complaining about, and then consider the possibility that maybe all these people deserve their fucking misery, And this is, again, why I love the subject of homelessness, because all these same crybabies, they're always claiming that homeless people deserve their grievances. Okay, like, I'm not even, like, it's absurd. So all these people that are constantly fucking complaining about any and everything imaginable, always, are the same people that claim that homeless people deserve their grievances. And then go back to the question again. Why is there this big mass psychosis assumption that all these other people that are crying and complaining don't deserve their misery as much as they claim homeless people deserve their misery? Well, why is it that the homeless and poor, they deserve all of their problems and misery, but everyone else are just innocent victims of the the system, the deep state, the Zionist globalists? Why are they all innocent? Like, I mean, dude, it just drives me nuts, bro. It's the level of stupidity is beyond measure. It's beyond measure. And they'll never, ever provide any facts to support their ludicrous claim that all the poorest and homeless people in this country deserve their misery because of their poor life decisions and, et cetera, et cetera. Meanwhile, everyone else are innocent victims of the evil Jews, I mean, dude, and it's like, if you're a homeless person, and even a formerly homeless person like myself, dude, like, all you got to do is flip the script here. Flip the script. All these crybabies crying about the Jews and their tax dollars and any and everything else. Like, again, that's why I said just take a snapshot of a general overview of all these endless list of grievances and complaints of just all these just people that aren't experiencing poverty and homelessness, right? Or that think they aren't. They think they're middle class, which is another hilarity that I explained in my video yesterday. All these people, they think they're middle class and they're one paycheck away from being homeless, but they're innocent victims. But the people that already are homeless, those people are all the dirty people and we need to stop helping them. And where is the voice of reason? Where is the person that's saying, wait, hold on. Maybe that isn't totally true. Maybe there's a lot more nuance and complexity to this situation than that everyone else are just innocent victims of the evil Bill Gates, Master Gates, and the evil Fauci, and the evil Trump, and the evil Rothschilds. Everyone else is innocent victims, except with the exception of the homeless and poor. Those people are all, they're all the dirty, unclean ones. Dude, I am so fucking sick of this. Where is the voice of reason where a person can say, wait a second, maybe we should stop and question this narrative? But it won't. You cannot stop The awesome power of a large group of stupid people. And who is this large group of stupid people? Basically, your average, middle, and so-called working class American citizen. They love to be the victim. Talk about narcissism, bro. Holy shit. Holy shit, dude. It's just so hilarious. It's like, okay, the people that are designated the poor and homeless deserve their misery. But when the middle class person ends up living check to check and one paycheck away from being homeless, the middle class, they're an innocent victim that doesn't deserve it. Okay. But show me the facts and the evidence to support this claim. Like, the facts and evidence don't exist. And if the facts, well, see, and there we go. The absence of evidence is evidence of absence. If there is a complete absence of evidence that all these working and middle class people are all just innocent victims of Master Bill Gates, and all these middle and working class people are just innocent victims of Trump. And all these middle and working class citizens are just innocent victims of the globalist Zionism and the Jewish space laser. They're all just innocent victims. Like, where is look, the absence of evidence is evidence of absence. And what does the absence of evidence suggest? That all these working and middle class people that are crying victim all the time and claiming to be innocent victims of this terrible, terrible thing. Well, if there's no evidence that they're just innocent victims, well, then we can assume that they are just as deserving of their misery as they claim that the homeless poor are. You know, all these middle and working class citizens, they brought all this upon themselves by their, poor life decisions and failure to take personal responsibility. You know? I keep thinking about Nuclear Assault. I used to listen to Nuclear Assault all the time. And the best album, my most favorite Nuclear Assault album of all time is Handle with Care. And the lyrics in that are just, I mean, wow. You know, like the lyrics, the one that says, "We become the enemy. We become the enemy when freedom dies for security. We become the enemy. We become the enemy. We become the enemy when we become apathetic toward our fellow man. We become the enemy. Know thy enemy. Know thyself. If we do not take care in our actions and deeds, we potentially become the enemy. Like the so-called forefathers of this country were saying this. This is all part of what they were saying. This is the whole purpose of the Constitution. Like, if we do not care for these things, our country is going to be taken over by lawlessness. Well, look around. What do you see? Isn't that what everybody's complaining about? All this lawlessness. The Bill Gates and the Pelosi's and the Hunter Bidens and the Joe Bidens and the Trumps and the Fauci's, all this lawlessness everywhere. We become the enemy when we become apathetic. Like, this message has been repeated over and over, going back throughout history, hundreds of years. People have been trying to, but like, who's paying attention? Who cares? Nobody cares. And that's fine. If you don't want to care, that's fine. But then that same person that doesn't want to care, and refuses to care is fine. That's because this is a free country. So I don't care. Like, yeah, you're free to not give a fuck, right? About anything or anyone but yourself. But then when the result of that action is that, you're faced with these endless grievances that people are stealing all your money and there's this isn't a free country and and all those poor people are stealing all your tax dollars. It's like, dude, like what? Anyways, I mean, dude, it's and it never fucking ends, bro. It never ends. All I constantly seem to hear is all this wailing of how, oh, woe is me. I'm a victim of the Jewish space laser. I'm a victim of Fauci and Bill Gates. I'm a victim of Trump. I'm a victim. They're stealing. I'm a victim of the welfare recipients. I'm a victim. Woe is me. I'm a victim because I make a middle class wage, but I can't, I live check to check. This is criminal. I'm a victim. Maybe you brought it on yourself. Did you ever think of that? Did you ever think of the possibility that because you've just gone along to get along this whole time without thinking twice, without stopping and considering otherwise, that's the end result? It's like, you got all these homeless fucking elderlies and shit eating out of dumpsters in every major city, and all these people, they just don't even care. They're like, that dirty fucking welfare recipient stealing my tax dollars. How dare they? I'm a middle class citizen that lives check to check because of them, Like, I mean, it's full on class warfare, bro. It really is. It's just class war. But it doesn't matter. Everybody's going to continue, And then the other thing, like, all the rich people control all the media. None of these so-called middle class people have a voice. None of these so-called working class people have a voice. None of these so-called like poor, homeless, poor, working, middle class, none of these people have a voice at all in media. It's all been taken over by internet influencers that bring in millions of dollars a year doing what I'm doing right now. Like, dude, and then of course all the Holly weirdos and the politicians and like, it's funny when people talk about abuse. Okay, so the whole EBT thing is about EBT recipients abusing the system. Well, let's look at all these other people that abuse the system. Law enforcement. All of these law enforcement. They're not rich. They're not poor. But all these law enforcement, the entire law enforcement aid in a general sense, constantly abuses the system all the time. Well, why are we pretending that it's only the EBT recipient that's abusing the system? And here goes a cop. There goes a cop with a big truck that's in giant letters, sheriff with a big star. What about the entire law enforcement nationwide that in a general way constantly abuses the system? Doesn't matter, because we're talking about EBT recipients. What about every other aspect of the justice system? Judges, lawyers. There you go, a lawyer. What's the reputation of a lawyer? When you think of the word lawyer, what image pops into your mind? Some greasy slime ball who will lie, cheat, and steal, and that's what they make a living lying. And they're not crying about living check to check. There's another group of people that's constantly abusing the system. The entire justice system, Department of Justice in this country, abusing the system constantly. law enforcement in a general, nationwide, abusing the system constantly. Do I need to continue listing all the fucking politicians abusing the system constantly? Then think about all the people that work for politicians. Why would you consider them innocent? What if all the people working for politicians in government positions know that politicians are lying, greasy, slimeball people that abuse the system? Well, if you work for them, then you're complicit. So you're basically abusing the system too. You're making money working for people that abuse the system. So you're complicit. You're basically abusing the system yourself. And then you look at all the benefits that government workers get, even though they're middle class, you know. Dude, like, look at all these people that constantly abuse the system all the time. And they all get a free pass, always. But who doesn't? Well, the rich, it doesn't matter. You can cry till the end of time that all these elite people like Bill Gates and Fauci are abusing the system, but they're always going to get away with it. So is all this complaining about Fauci and Gates and Trump and Biden, is it doing anything? Have they locked Hillary Clinton up? No. Have they locked all these people up that are on the fucking Epstein list? No. It doesn't. You can complain and complain, but all these people, they continue to get away with it. And then they're the ones that orchestrate this EBT story and say, hey, we're going to shut off the EBT. Says all these slimeball politicians and everything, and everybody flips the fuck out. You know, everybody's like, oh my God, yeah, you know, and then everybody instantaneously, like overnight, shifts their focus to how all these dirty evil EBT recipients need to get their food stamps cut off. And they're totally like ignoring. Again, look at law enforcement. They abuse the system constantly, nationwide. Look at the Department of Justice, abuses the fucking system constantly, nationwide. All these politicians stealing all your tax dollars, abusing the fucking system constantly, all the time. All these people that work for all these politicians that steal and abuse the system and shit. Like, it doesn't matter. All that matters is that EB recipients are abusing the system. Anyways, see how this just never ends? It'll go on and on and on. And of course, the EBT story is eventually going to get swept under the rug. This is some other points I wanted to make about EBT, which is hilarious. So the hysteria online is OMG. All these dirty, evil EBT recipients are going to start a riot because of the food stamp thing, right? And so everybody's spreading this, that the EBT, watch out for all the EBT recipients. They're evil, dirty scumfucks that are going to start a riot because of the government shutdown. Okay, this is what's funny. What if that doesn't happen? What if the EBT recipients don't do anything? Is anybody going to come out and publicly apologize and say, hey, you know what? I think I was a retarded fucking cunt, just retarded piece of shit. Like, what an NPC thing for me to do and say, to spread all these rumors how everybody needs to watch out for the EBT recipient because they're going to start a riot because as a result of the government. What if everybody, all these people that are spreading this hysteria, what if they're all wrong and we don't see any riot? And then like 2 months later, the government turns the EBT back on, and it's just business as usual. It's just another fucking day in the United States of America, the freest country in the whole wide universe. And there was never no EBT. There wasn't like a big, massive EBT recipient riot. Are any of them people going to come out and publicly apologize? Are any of these people going to be held accountable for their fucking diarrhea that they spew out of their mouth? Are they going to come out and publicly apologize? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And a lot of them will just double down. Oh, it's coming, you guys. You know, all them EBT recipients, they're just laying low. They're conspiring because they're gonna do it. Like, no, and that's okay. All these people can just spread all this fucking diarrhea about EBT recipients, and none of it's true, and none of it ever comes to fruition, and it doesn't matter. Oh, because there's another big story. Trump is doing something else. And so we don't have time to, be held accountable for our diuretic fucking bullshit that we spew, because now there's another big event, popular thing that's going to get me a lot of clicks, likes, and views to talk about. So I don't have time to hold myself accountable publicly, because oh my OMG, there's like orbs flying over the state of Illinois again. OMG. There's always something, isn't there? But then what is it at the end? It's always just business as usual. Like, there's always some flock of orbs flying over some state. OMG. And then whatever. Like, it's still just business as usual. There isn't anything. Like, what? OMG, the EBT recipients are going to riot. OMG. And then it doesn't happen. But it doesn't matter because OMG, Trump is having a party at the White House on your tax dollars. OMG, like, and dude, I don't like talking about this. I don't like thinking about this, but this is the state of everything. It's everywhere. You can't escape it. It's fucking everywhere, dude. And, so let's go back to the question. Why would anybody assume that America isn't just getting exactly what it deserves? Like, everybody is just getting exactly what they deserve. Just like they claim that the American homeless people are getting exactly what the American homeless people deserve. They deserve their poverty. They deserve their misery. Well, but see, why doesn't that apply to everyone else? Like, all you people deserve the Jewish space laser takeover. All you people deserve, the Department of Justice constantly abusing the system. All you people deserve the government and politicians constantly abusing the system. All you people deserve, the entire law enforcement in general constantly abusing the system. All you people deserve all this. Just as much as you claim that homeless people deserve to be in poverty and homelessness, and they brought it on themselves because of their poor life decisions and failure to take personal responsibility for their lives. But how about that applies to everyone else too? Like, every time you talk about Jewish space lasers, I'm going to say, well, you brought that on yourself through poor life decisions and failure to take personal responsibility for your life. So I don't care. You can continue to cry. Like a fucking crybaby. But why would I care? Because you did it to yourself. Just like the homeless did it to themselves. All you people did all this to yourself. Is America just getting exactly what it fucking deserves?